Welcome back to your Pioneer Tea. I'm Lily and I'm here with
Ms. Perez.
Okay, Ms. Perez, state your occupation, please.
I am the Mount Whitney High School video teacher.
How did you become high school Mount Whitney teacher?
So I have been here 8 years, but I've been here, I think this is year 12 for me. So before this, I was the head secretary downstairs, like Miss Stacy, you know Miss Stacy.
Mhm.
So I was her job. While I was working there, I wanted to get another job, and I already had my bachelor's, so I looked into becoming a counselor or becoming a teacher. And I found a program that allowed me to go to school to get my teaching credential and teach at the same time. And then that's how I ended up in this position.
It's cool.
Yeah.
How and why did you start your digital media career?
So I had my son really young in life.
Mhm.
And when you become a mom, you're obsessed with your kids. And I just would take pictures of him all the time. So my son is a sophomore currently at Whitney. And I would always just take pictures of him. And then I would post them online, like my Facebook or whatever. Back then there wasn't Instagram, so Facebook. And everyone would be like, oh my gosh, how like cute, who took them? And then I'd be like, I did. And then I would go take my pictures to get printed, like at Walgreens or at CVS, and they wouldn't give them to me because they would say, we need the photographer's permission. And I'm like, I did take them. Like, I took them in my backyard.
Mhm.
So that's when I realized I was pretty good. And then I started offering, family and friends started asking me, like, can you take pictures? Can you do this? Can you do this? And I did all of it for free. Then finally I'm like, I need to start charging. And then I started charging, and then eventually that turned into a business. And then when I was doing the secretary job for attendance, I was still doing that on the side. I was doing photos and video. I've always done it. And then when I was looking to become a teacher, I originally was going to teach junior high math. And then this position opened. So the teacher that used to teach this before got a new job. And as I was a secretary and I came back, we come back during summer, whenever to set up the school year. And I was looking to see which teachers had left, and I'm like, this position is open. And I already do this, like, as a business. So I walked into my principal. I was so nervous. I walked into the principal's office at that time, and I was like, hey, I see this position is open. Do you know, like, this is what I do? He's like, really? And I showed him, like, my website and everything. He's like, I didn't know that. And the photography teacher at that time was telling me always, like, get your teaching credential, get your teaching credential. And he ran this department. He's now retired, but he encouraged me to apply. And yeah, this position comes few and far between. There's only 4 of us because there's only one of us per campus, like one here, one at Golden West, one at Redwood, and one at El Diamante. So it's not like this position becomes available all the time.
You got lucky.
It literally, like, all worked out for me. It was like, it just felt like it was destined. So that was really cool.
It seems like it was destined.
Yeah. And now I'm here with y'all.
The best teacher ever.
Thanks.
Some fun facts about you.
I feel like you guys already know, like, because you're my students, but fun facts, I always tell you guys I was born on Christmas, which I think it's pretty cool, but people get a kick out of it. Like, oh my God, you're born on Christmas. Every time I get ID'd, they'll be like, oh, Christmas baby. Like, it always starts like a conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say this is like a fun fact, but it's another fact that I usually like to share is I was a teen mom. You guys know that too. I always share that. I have a huge family. I would say number 3, my mom is one of, get this, my mom is one of 16 children, and my dad is one of 12 children.
That's a lot of children.
So I have over 100 first cousins. I know. 4th fun fact, I love ketchup. You guys know this. Everybody always gets me ketchup bottles. And then last fun fact, oh my gosh, I don't know. What's the last one? So probably what you guys don't know, like, I lift weights. Do I mention that ever?
No.
I like do a lot of weightlifting. I box.
Don't you play soccer?
I play soccer. I play indoor soccer. Pretty athletic.
Those are pretty good fun facts.
Yeah.
Why do you like ketchup so much?
I don't know. Okay, when people ask me this, the only thing I could think of is I'm Mexican, so we eat a lot of Mexican rice. And when I was younger, my sisters really liked chile, so they would put like chiles en vinagre, jalapenos, or like Valentina or tapatio. And I never liked all that, so I'm like, okay, if they're putting that, like, what can I put on it? And I just started putting ketchup on my Mexican rice, and then it just evolved, and now I put it on everything. And now my kids really like it too. Like, I have 2 boys. We have a fridge. I was telling you earlier, we have a fridge in my garage, and that's where we put all of our drinks and like all the extra meats, you know. And then one of the drawers that's supposed to be like the vegetable drawer is full of ketchup bottles. Backup ketchup bottles.
Backup.
Backup ketchup
You
bottles.
even said earlier you go through like 4 or 5
Like
ketchup bottles in
4
a
or
month.
5 like regular ketchup bottles a month.
And you say that normally. Like
'Cause I
if it's
feel like
normal,
that's normal.
that's not normal.
How many do you go through a month?
Probably like one.
Not even one.
Two.
Maybe like half a bottle.
1 or 2, see?
It's been like 5 months.
Exactly.
5 months to go through 1 ketchup bottle?
For me too. But like
I
ketchup's
thought
good.
that was normal. Like 4 or 5 ketchup bottles a month?
Yeah, my family's of 6.
Oh.
I think you have
We're
a
a family of 3. So ketchup, that's where it started.
Yeah. And I told you earlier ketchup was invented.
Oh
For-
yeah, share it with the podcast.
Ketchup was invented to like help with headaches,
I didn't
and then
know
it
that.
like became into like people liked it.
Yeah.
And then she mentioned earlier she never gets headaches.
So it was like prescribed, like it was like, here, take,
Yeah.
like, you know how you would take like a shot of medicine or like a little cup of medicine and be like, here, take a cup of
Yeah.
ketchup.
Ketchup would help with headaches.
And I don't get headaches. And
That's a
the
plus.
reason I bring that up is because my sister suffers from really bad migraines. And we've had this conversation where I tell her, like, I don't know how that feels. Like, I hardly ever get headaches
Tell her to eat ketchup.
because of the ketchup. Ketchup has saved me.
I need to start eating more ketchup.
You do.
Okay, where were you born and how'd you end up in Visalia?
So I'll start with my family. So my family is from Mexico. My parents and my 2 older sisters are born in Mexico. We're from Jalisco, the state, and specifically the city is San Juan de los Lagos. San Juan de los Lagos. I'm the first in my family born in the States, and I was born in Santa Rosa, so like Bay Area. When my dad came to the States, he had a lot of family there, and they connected him with a job at a dairy, and that's where I was born. And then when I was 1, we went back to Mexico, and I lived there until I was 3, and then we came back to the U.S. At that time, my mom, our story is kind of crazy. So like my mom crossed over with my oldest sister on her shoulders, like through the Rio Grande with a coyote. So illegally, she's legal now. Everyone's legal now. And my sister, my other sister, crossed with my paperwork. She pretended to be me.
Oh.
My dad took her over the border pretending to be me, so she passed with my stuff.
And then how'd you get over?
So he brought me first, and then once that we were settled, he went back, because
Oh.
my dad was a resident, so he could go back and forth as he pleased. And then he went back to get my sister, and then she passed with my papers.
Dang.
Yeah, so then we had family in Tulare, and we settled in Tulare, and I grew up in Tulare. I went to Tulare Western, and then I had my son really young, and his dad was from Visalia, and then that's when I moved over here, and I love it. And now I'm not really in Tulare much, but my whole family lives in Tulare. But now that's how I ended up in Visalia. I always thought Visalia was super cool.
Really?
Yeah, because I grew up in Tipton, so Tipton is like cowtown, fields.
Oh, like
no
nothing?
stores. I remember like, oh, Visalia has a mall. It's like, yeah.
The
it was
mall.
like, wow, Visalia is cool. Because I literally would look out my window. One side was fields, corn, and the other side was cows.
I feel like Tulare has like more than Visalia does. though.
Now,
Yeah.
like store-wise?
Yeah, like the
Oh.
Tulare outlets.
Oh, true.
That's pretty big.
True.
And
But
the-
I always thought like the mall. Oh my god. So that's how I ended up in Visalia.
How was high school for you?
High school is a blur. I don't remember. Only because I did have my son, and so freshman year, my 2 older sisters were there. So I didn't feel like uncomfortable, I would say, because they like kind of showed me the ropes. One was a senior, one was a junior. I've always been pretty smart, so like I did all like the honor classes and AP stuff. And then sophomore year I was a little more comfortable. That's when I started doing sports. So I did soccer. Got more involved, like started doing clubs. And then junior year, I was solo. My sisters left me because they graduated, and I had to find a new group of friends, and that's hard. You guys know how hard that is. And it was my fault because I hung out with my sisters.
Yeah.
And I should have found my own friend group, you know? But I found a friend group, and they're still my BFFs to this day. We have a group chat, everything. We like check in every day. Love them. And then senior year, so end of junior year is when I found out I was expecting. And then senior year, when I graduated high school, Alfredo was 6 months old. So the last 2 years are a blur. Like
Really?
I feel like I was just like going through the motion. And I was still in AP classes, and I was still in honor classes. I started COS early. I did dual enrollment, like how you guys could do here.
Yeah.
I started dual enrollment at COS. I jumped ahead on credits, college credits. I was working part-time. I was pregnant. So I just feel like I was just like, next step.
It's a lot of responsibility for
It's a
a high
lot.
schooler.
Mm-hmm.
But you got
But if
through
you
it.
ask me my teachers' names, I gotta remember.
I
I
don't
would have to
remember.
go through my yearbook.
I would remember you, but I probably wouldn't remember
Right?
like I don't remember my middle school teachers' names.
their names.
I don't remember them.
Like I don't remember my English teachers. Like if I think back, like you have English all 4 years. I don't remember
Yeah.
their names. I don't know my PE teacher. I don't remember his name. Even people I went to school with. Like there's times where I hang out with people. One time we were at dinner. This couple was hanging out with us from out of town,
Mhm.
and I'm like, "Oh, where are you guys from?" You know, blah blah. He's like, "From here." Like, yeah, we moved away for a little bit, and I was like, "Oh, really? What school did you go to?" He's like, "Kay, we went to school together," and I was like, "Shut up." He's like, "We had Spanish together." And I was like, "No way."
Oh
He's
my
like, "You
gosh.
sat next to me." That's how
You
bad
forgot
I don't.
him.
I don't remember high school like at all, but it was fun. But it was fun. But if I could give any tips to you guys is enjoy high school while you're here. Get into clubs. Get involved. Find your passion. Because we offer so much. We have like all the electives.
Yeah.
And you could really dive into and try to find like what you're interested in.
Didn't become a teacher, what other career would you have chose?
Oh, that's a good question. So one of my sisters teaches. She's a first grade teacher.
Mhm.
And when we were little, and you know, people ask you like, what do you want to do when you grow up? Like, she always knew, like, I want to be a teacher. I want to be a teacher. I never thought I would be teaching.
Really?
Ever. No. So when people would ask me, I would say I want to have my own business. I always answered that way.
And you did have it.
And I did. Yeah. So I would answer like, I want to have my own business. I didn't know what it was. And then things just kind of worked out for me. As far as like photo and video, I would do all that when I was younger. My mom would make me record all of our family stuff. Remember all those 100 cousins that I
Yeah.
have? Like we always had something going on every weekend. So she would make me record. And that's how I got into video. I'm like, if I'm going to do this, might as well be good at it.
Yeah.
So I started recording. And I always thought like I would have my own business. For a long time, I worked at Wells Fargo. And I was a teller. I started there at 18. So I was a teller. And then I was a merchant teller, which takes care of like the business side of things. And then I became a banker. And then the next step was to become a service manager. And I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. So I looked into other fields, and then I got into education. But I probably, if I didn't get this job, I would be teaching math right now at Ridgeview.
Really?
Yeah,
A
that
math
position
teacher.
was like kind of presented to me like,
Yeah.
hey, would you be interested in teaching math for us? And I was like, and then this lined up for me, but maybe I would be a math teacher.
I would have thought like
But compare, not diss on the math teachers, but comparing what I do now to teaching math, like I love what I do. So I can't imagine teaching math. It just seems like a very stale subject.
So
And
math,
like you've
yeah.
been in my program for a while, and you know we kind of do
Yeah,
all
it's
this cool
different.
stuff.
Like every year is different.
Yeah,
in this
and I always try to
class.
switch it up, and
Uh-huh.
like I'm always learning, and then I teach you guys. I just feel like math would just be very like
The same thing. Just
yeah all the time.
Yeah. I know with every class it's different, huh? In film,
Yeah.
every class is pretty much different.
I
Besides
feel
the
like intro always stays the same.
Yeah.
But every year my advanced, I try to like kick it up a
like
notch.
every day is different in
Yeah.
advanced.
Yeah. Like there's no
See, that's fun.
lesson. It's just
Yeah.
like, let's create, let's do. Yeah, I like that.
And it's never the same thing.
Yeah, and this year we started a podcast.
Podcast. What's your favorite food besides ketchup?
My favorite food? I would say my go-to is Mexican food. It's just like, oh, my mom's food. Okay. Okay, now you got me in. Okay, so my mom cooks. She
Mhm.
gets down. She's good. So for our birthday, she'll ask us, like, what do you want me to make you? So we'll get together and she'll make, like, our favorite meal. So I always ask for, all of our birthdays are back to back, so depending on what my sisters ask for, I don't want the same meal again.
Yeah.
We're all, like, 3 weeks apart.
Dang.
Yeah. So my top favorite that she makes is sopes. Do you know what sopes are? So
Like-
sopes.
Like the tortilla like sope or like the fideo type sope?
Not sopa.
Okay.
Fideo is sopa.
Okay.
So think of like a gordita that you cut in half and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
stuff it. Well, the sope you don't cut in half. It's kind of like a little boat.
yeah,
kinda,
that's what I meant.
And you
like,
put it on top,
Mhm.
and you put like.
Isn't it like corn tortilla? But like,
It's like a flour mixture that you
Okay.
fry.
okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And then she makes like different toppings for it.
Mhm.
Oh, it's so good. Or I'll do
Those are good.
flautas, which is like taquitos dorados, or some people call them flautas. Like rolled up fried tacos, and you put like lettuce and tomato and like all that stuff on top. Or tamales. Is your mouth watering right now? Cause
Yes.
tamales. Oh, so good. My mom makes really good pozole. Like people pay her to make pozole.
Really?
Yeah. I eat it all the time because she makes it all the time. So it's no longer like my favorite, but it's really good.
My mom is white and she makes really good like pozole and
Does she do red or green?
red
Oh yeah, my mom does red too.
and tamales.
I've never had green.
Me either.
Or maybe I have,
Or
but
like
I don't remember.
green is like with chicken, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And she
think-
makes tamales too?
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
Like she's white, but she has Mexican in her.
She does?
Yeah. I don't know how, but she does.
Well, she was married to Mexican, or was with Mexican.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your
Yeah.
dad's Mexican.
Yeah. His parents would teach her.
Oh, cool.
Like my grandma.
I like that
would
she
teach her.
learned. Yeah.
Yeah. She makes good Mexican food.
So does
Surprisingly.
my mom, man. My mom gets down. If I could cook like her one day.
You
I-
can you
Do I
cook good?
I cook, but not like her. This is how my mom like will look at the fridge and be like, oh, okay, I could do this, and like grab things and like take, like that kind
Yeah.
of cook. I'm a cook where I like I'll plan my dinners ahead of time, and then I'll make a grocery list, and then like my mom could just look
Okay.
at the pantry and be like, oh, I could make like this, like come on the spot with ideas. I think that's what makes a good cook.
That's so true.
You know?
I didn't
Like where
think
you
about
could
it like
think
that.
on the spot. I
I
could
can't do
cook.
that.
I could follow a recipe. I could provide the items. I could make
Yeah.
it. But where you could think of stuff on the spot, like that's a cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good cook too. From your years of working here, what advanced class has been your favorite? Like if you can think back. If you can think back.
Oh man. I don't know. I think honestly, so far this year's my favorite, and I'll explain why. And I think it just keeps getting better, and I think I keep becoming a better teacher.
Mhm.
I think management of the class is a huge thing. I think in the past that was an issue because, especially in my advanced class, because I do allow creative control with you guys. Like my role in advanced is to manage. I like say like you do this, and now this year like you manage one team, and then
Mhm.
you kind of feed to me.
Yeah.
Where in the past I didn't do that. I kind of
Yeah.
took over a lot, and I'm like letting go. And yeah, I get bored, so you guys will see me. I'll jump on stuff and I'll edit and I'll create. 'cause
Even
I
though
get
you
bored
say you won't help
sometimes.
us,
But still, like I get an itch, to kind of
Yeah.
like do something.
because it's your job.
And it's my job. And sometimes I even tell you, which is no offense to you, I'm like, I'll just do it. I'm faster, which I've done before.
Yes.
So this year so far, just because I like how the class is flowing. And then if you recall last year, we weren't as busy.
We weren't,
So there
because
was a
it was
lot of-
monthly.
Yeah, and
Now
there was
it's
a lot
weekly.
of dead time. And then the year before that, I really liked the class. They were really fun.
Oh.
With like Stevie. Was that
Kenny.
last year?
No, year
Judy.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
like
Annalise and
Kenny.
Audrey.
Yes, and Audrey.
They were good editors.
That was a good class.
And like the Slick Rock. And
Were
the
you in that
topograph.
class?
Yeah. How would I know all this?
So then
Yeah.
this is your third year in advance?
Yeah.
No way.
My freshman year was online with you.
So you've been all 4 years with
Yes.
me? Oh,
That's why I wanted to be in this class so
crazy.
bad this year. Because it would have been 4 years. And
Oh, I
wouldn't that
didn't
look
know
good on
that.
my transcript?
Wait, so let me ask you a question.
Okay.
How was intro online?
It was really easy. I was just.
But like,
I.
do you feel like you learned?
No.
Right?
Like.
It's hard.
Yeah, like with the cameras, I still try to figure it out.
that makes
But then, like, since it's my third year now, I kind of
That
know what
makes
to
sense. Because during COVID, you guys didn't have cameras. You didn't have
Yeah.
Final Cut Pro.
do. Yeah. But
I
then,
didn't think about any
the
of
last, like, month of school, my freshman year, we
Uh-huh.
came back. And you were in the other
Oh.
classroom. And,
I didn't know this, Lily.
yeah.
See, and in my head, I'm thinking like, oh, she's been in advance. She knows like, but
Yeah,
no,
no.
it's true. Intro
Barely,
kind of
yeah.
messes things up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's really fun.
So this is your 4th year. How awesome. Ephraim was my first kid to do all 4 years.
Really?
Last year.
You're
Ephraim.
second.
Yeah, I think so.
Unless Audrey and Annalise, I feel like they've been in here all 4 years, right?
I think they did 3.
OMG.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they did 3 years. And then now I'm thinking Alyssa.
I think she's only been in here 3.
But if she's in here 4 next year,
She's
junior?
a senior.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for sticking with me.
I like this class.
And you don't have to take it again.
I know.
So that says a lot.
Yeah. It does.
Because you don't have to repeat it.
I know. And I don't even. I heard you might not get credits for it too.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
But I think it's just fun.
Cool. That's a
And
compliment.
it's like an easy class.
Don't say that. I hate when students say that.
It is, but it's like a fun, easy class.
I wouldn't say it's an easy class. I would say it's
fun environment class.
I would say it's an easy flow class.
I think like
Explain, or maybe
easy-
you tell me. Tell me as a student perspective. Because I hear that all the time. I'm like, I don't want to be an easy class.
I think like with your, I'm trying to find the right word.
yes,
Like my
please.
group, we
Okay.
all just like get it done
Worked well
together. So like it's
together.
so easy that way because we
Okay,
all
true.
just get it done.
Okay.
And then like with you, you help us a lot too. So
Mhm.
that's why it's easy. But like
and I'm a good teacher.
easy,
and
yes,
I
because
teach
you're
well.
easy because you're a good teacher.
Okay. I just hear that all the time, like, oh, it's such an easy class, and I'm like, what does that mean? Like, am I not like,
No,
am I not like,
that's a good thing.
rigid? Am I not giving you enough work? Like,
No, it's enough work.
okay.
Weekly Pioneer reports.
Oh yeah, that's been a lot.
But and Wendy wanted me to ask if you had to adopt somebody in the class, who would it be?
This year?
Yes,
Advanced?
in this class, yes.
Oh gosh, I'm trying to think of the list of names. Is Logan like me? Are you looking up? Who's in this class? Okay, I'm looking at the seating chart. I would want a girl because I don't have girls. So boys, you're eliminated. Girls. Dang, am I really gonna say a name right now?
You have to.
I have to. Okay, I'm like thinking through the class. Dang, I don't want to say a name.
I feel like I
This
have
side of the room, like no girls sit on here. Just Albelina, right?
no Abelina,
And Jezebel.
me,
And you.
Jezebel.
Oh, but most of the girls are on this side
Yeah,
of the
there's
room.
like Tanya,
Dang, we have more
Kylie,
boys in here.
Wendy. Yeah, there's a lot of boys.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, so we have Albelina. Right now on the edit, I'm going to pop up their pictures. Albelina, Lily,
Don't use a bad picture of me.
Angelise,
Who's in? Oh yeah, Angelise, Wendy, Carolina, Alyssa.
Jezebel. I don't know. I don't want to say a name.
I feel like you would pick Tanya, cause she's like quiet
Quiet.
and like to herself.
She's very calm to herself. I feel compared to last year though, like even though she still doesn't really talk, this is a lot of talking for her.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even think I've heard her talk.
And then do you remember her brother?
Mario, of course.
Completely different.
So different.
I don't know. I can't say a name. All the girls.
All the girls.
All the girls.
Just a girl.
Just a girl. All the girls.
If you had a
Wendy. Wendy secretly wants me to say Wendy. I'll adopt
she's
Wendy.
the one who asked the
I will
question.
adopt Wendy.
She's gonna be so happy. If you had a ketchup flavored something, what would it be?
So do you remember last year I tried chips?
Yeah.
I didn't like them.
Yeah, that was the next
No.
question. How did you
know
feel
what I
about the
think
flavored chips?
just came to my head? Tortillas.
Oh.
Like today I had chicken tacos and I put ketchup on top. What if the tortilla was already flavored as ketchup?
I feel like you would still add ketchup.
Yeah, I would.
I feel like
Maybe
it would
I
be
should invent
sweet.
that.
See? And make your own ketchup. I feel like you
And make my own ketchup?
need to make your own. See how you like that.
Okay.
Or I'll make you ketchup.
And you asked me that earlier.
Yeah.
Have you ever made your own ketchup?
That would be a good
Okay.
thing
That's
to
gonna
make.
be a video that I'm gonna make. Making
That should be
DIY
a
ketchup with Miss
segment.
Perez.
After this homecoming stuff, like we
And
will
cowhide
and cowhide.
dies down.
Yeah.
Okay.
For Christmas, that should be a challenge.
Make your own ketchup.
Make your own ketchup.
We're talking about ketchup right now.
I know, where did gingerbread come from? From Christmas?
Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of challenge, like,
We should start doing
segments.
challenges, yeah.
instead
we
of
need to
the
bring it back.
history and Visalia. For
Is that your segment?
Yeah.
Your show? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. We could do that.
Me and Alyssa wanted to do that.
Okay.
Okay. The last question. What is the meaning of your tattoos? And are you getting more?
Did you know I'm getting more?
Yes, we talked about it
Oh, yeah,
the other day.
Funny. I was like, how did you know? Telepathy.
I even remember what ones you were gonna get.
So I have a rooster. So my dad's nickname was El Gallo, because of his hairline. So his hair like would naturally poke right here in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why they would call him Rooster. But all the males in our family have nicknames, and they're all like El Tigre, like after like a animal.
Yeah,
So
I
my dad was El Gallo.
don't know Spanish, so.
Oh, I'm
No,
saying
no.
animal names.
Okay, okay.
El Tigre, tiger. My dad was El Gallo, Rooster. But he passed 8 years ago, and then that's in remembrance of him. And then tomorrow I have an appointment. I can't believe I don't remember telling you this. I did tell you this. And then I'm getting the letter E, like a typewriter letter E. My mom's name is Estela, and then my boy's year of birth. So I'm gonna probably cry
Oh.
because it hurts.
Oh. I thought because it was like sentimental or
No,
something.
because it hurts. This one took 2 minutes, and I was crying.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I can't no more. I can't. Are you done? Are you done? He's like, yeah, I'm done. It literally was 2 minutes.
It's so tiny though.
I think this
kinda.
is big. I wanted it smaller.
Really?
Yeah, but my tip to you guys is wait to be 25 years old to get tattoos. Don't I always say that?
Yeah.
Wait till you're 25.
I'm gonna wait.
Because a lot of you guys turn 18 in high school, and then you
Mhm.
think, I'm gonna get it.
I'm an
Don't.
adult, so I can do it.
Don't get it. Wait till you're 25. And that way you don't regret it.
Yeah.
Piece of advice. That was my last question.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
Thank you for joining the Pioneer Tea.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you
you.
guys. Logan, Albelina, Audio.
Yes,
Woo!
thank you.
That's a wrap.
Bye.